For our melty snow process art, all you're gonna need is the piece of plain construction paper that was provided in your bag, and then some washable markers. It's important that they're washable, otherwise this won't work. So I just picked the 3 primary colors, but you could pick as many colors as you'd like. And we will also need to go get some snow, but we'll do that in just a minute. I'm gonna show you first what we're gonna do here. So on your paper, we're gonna make some big colored dots. We're gonna color them in with lots and lots of marker. The more you color it, the better this is gonna work. So I'm gonna make it as dark as I can. And then maybe I'll do a couple blue ones first. You can do them wherever you'd like. Big dot. For really young kids, you can maybe help them draw that first circle and then they can color it in. Older ones should be able to do the circle themselves. It gets super dark. Okay, I think I'm gonna go to my next color. I'm gonna do some yellow next. And I'm not gonna make my circles touch. Something cool is gonna happen later, so I'm gonna try not to make my big dots touch. Big circle. Maybe another one over here. I think I'll do a couple red. Now you could do your whole page. I'm just showing you a little section. Maybe you'll add some other colors too. You could do some purples or pinks. I would recommend though doing at least a couple primary colors because some cool stuff happens. So our primary colors, if that's a new word for you, are red. Here's my red, yellow, and blue. Those are what are called the primary colors. All right, so I've got my dots, and you might want to fill up your whole page. I'm just going to show you this section so you get the idea. And then we're going to go get some snow. I'll be right back with my snow. I went outside. There's not a whole lot of snow left, but I did still find a little bit. You don't need a lot for this. So I've got my snow, and now all I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get a little bit at a time, not too much, and I'm gonna sprinkle it on here. If you end up with some bigger clumps, that's okay, but you don't wanna completely cover it, or your paper is gonna get too soggy. Sprinkle it on all over where you did your dots, where your color dots. Okay, I think that's pretty good. So this is the fun part. You're just gonna leave it here to sit for a while, and then we're gonna see what happens. So I'm gonna speed mine up a little bit so we can watch it. Been about 5 minutes and I can see some really cool stuff happening here. Look, do you see the colors are starting to spread? As our snow melts, our colors are growing. Let's leave it here a little bit longer, see what happens. If you wanted to speed up this process a little bit, you could use a hairdryer, but I'm just gonna let it do its thing. About 10 minutes and look what cool stuff is happening here. Got some new colors. Got some green now. Cool. If you want to, at this point, get a stick and kind of swirl it around a little bit, you could, or if you just want to leave it. As you can see, it's getting pretty drippy at this point. So I can't remember if I mentioned, I don't think I did. You probably want to have this while it's drying and melting in a tray of some kind, so that way it's not going to melt off onto your table or floor. So I'm going to leave it for a little bit longer. We'll see what happens. So here is how my snowy art turned out. Isn't it cool how all of the colors kind of blended and swirled together? Now the fun thing about this project is yours is gonna look totally different than mine. Everybody who does it is gonna have their own special picture, and none of them are gonna look the same. It all depends on what colors you use, how dark you make your circles, and even if you wanted to do some scribbly lines around it, that's totally fine too. So there's no one way it should end up looking at the end. The fun thing about this is just the process of doing it and kind of seeing what happens to the colors as the snow melts. So this is a fun one that you can do over and over again if your child really enjoys this. All you need is some kind of absorbent paper, construction paper, usually works best, or some of these cardstock papers also work nicely too, some markers and some snow. Have fun, friends. I'll see you next time.